Okay, here we go. You know, I hear plenty of people say that the first minute of any kind of public speaking, whether it's a presentation or a stand-up gig or even a live singing performance, that first minute is usually the hardest part. I couldn't disagree more. One whole minute into this thing, and I didn't have to do a goddamn thing. And you know what? I feel pretty good about that. Well, this has just been one big old gimmick, hasn't it? Well, no worries, folks, because I guarantee, as a professional vlogger, that you will get nothing else but the most genuine, 100% authentic, gimmick-free material from me for the rest of my vlog here. We've been over this. Not while I'm working. Y'all didn't see shit! I see you there, judging me. Acting like I didn't just do the world a goddamn favor. You didn't have to live with what I had to live with. I would spend hours and hours and hours rehearsing my stuff. Going into the bathroom, looking in front of the mirror, just trying to say my lines nice and clean, no distractions. And he'd just show his big stupid face, like, hey, what's going on over here? And I'm just sitting there like, dude, you're being a distraction, you're intruding on my craft. It would really help me out a lot if you didn't do that anymore. To which he replied, judging me and shit. The hell is this, am I right? Figure it's been a while since I did one of these proper Lanooski vlogs, you know? I mean, right off the bat, it's already a little bit different. Shooting it down here, wearing a new jacket, feeling fly, having myself a mixed drink, which I don't think I've done on here yet. And of course, we got my girl Shannon here, who hasn't been seen in one of these vlogs since number 5, I think it was. Yeah, it was the big old milestone. I was trying to jack up the production in the only way I hadn't yet up to that point. Just feeling good about this so far, and I hope you are too, and if not, fuck you. I'm a poet and I'm not even aware as such. So what's new with you, old Lanooski? Thank you for asking, Mr. Hallucination in my head. Alright, I gotta try to get through this without going too far into a southern accent. I don't know why I tend to do that. The most obvious change right off the bat, if you haven't watched my last couple of vids, is the do. I think one of my favorite parts about this is now I get to use this thing, unironically, and without having to worry about my luscious locks ripping it in two. I think I got this for like 100 tickets at a Boardwalk arcade, so there's a very good chance if I actually put real pressure on it while my hair was that long, it wouldn't have survived. As it is now, fun little thing I get to do. So there's that. I am standing up for this one. I mean, make of that what you will. I guess it's nice just to be able to move around a little bit without having to worry about knocking over the chair or knocking over my mic. Anyway, let's dive into what I'm drinking today. As you saw, it was some good old D-Pep, some Dr. Pepper. I'm trying to remember when I first started calling it D-Pep. I know it was a while ago. It could have easily been middle school or high school, but yeah, that's my soda of choice whenever I do actually work up the courage to drink soda, because, you know, now I'm more of a seltzer boy, as you've probably seen in my last couple of vlogs. Some rum, specifically some 100 proof Captain Morgan. I remember back when I made R for Language, I mixed some of the regular Captain with some Dr. Pepper. That was actually what you saw me taking a swig of for a certain joke that I did. Ooh, here comes that air again. Who knows if it's gonna fuck up my audio this time? We'll see in post. In which case, if it doesn't really fuck with anything, then hey, I pointed out something that doesn't need to have attention drawn to it, you know? Such is my life when I do these things. Am I thinker than I drunk I am? Leave a comment down below if you think such is the case. But anyway, yeah, 100 proof. Rum and cola of any kind, pretty freaking good. That's probably my go-to whenever I do mix anything. It wasn't until I actually took a straight shot out of one of these things that I realized, you know what? Straight liquor, it's not too bad. As long as I have a nice tall glass of water or maybe even an ice-cold seltzer, it's definitely something that I could do whilst at a pratty of some kind. A pratty being the dyslexic, much more fun cousin of a typical party. The party I was at happened to be the rap party, or rather, the rap for the first cut of Kickback, the short film that I chronicled the making of, to some degree, this past winter. And for those of you who have yet to see it, it is on YouTube. It has been for several months now. I believe it actually went live New Year's Day. New Year's Eve, in fact. That was a stressful last couple of days, let me tell you. The fact that I am alive with you here today, despite all of that, it is a testament to the magic of creativity in art and filmmaking. Speaking of which, if you watched the short, enjoyed it, and want more content of that variety, my boy Jeff, who spearheaded that whole first film, has really taken the reins on the production side of things. He's essentially taken the web presence that was KB Productions and Kickback Movie and has revamped it into something that can be called his, something that he can hang his hat on under the name of Set in Stone Media. And I have to say, I think that's a pretty badass name. I love that SOB. He's done wonders for my self-confidence and for my drive to make shit. I'm gonna leave an annotation, well, they're not called that anymore. I'm gonna leave a clickable thingamajig at the end slate of this video, so if you're at all interested in seeing what he's doing, which may or may not include vlogs that include yours truly and other members who make up the KB unit of filmmakers, be sure to check that all out. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Maybe 2 shots was too much, Dylan. This just might be one of your first drunken vlogs. I wonder if I'm gonna approve of the final product once I get this thing taken care of. If you'd have asked me, like 2 years ago, if I would ever do such a thing as a drunk vlog, I would look at you, furrow my eyebrows a bit to show you that I can't believe you asked me that question. I would promptly turn around and walk with my nose in the air like I'm a member of parliament. Those guys do that, right? You British fucks who I know watch this, can you confirm that theory of mine? I would really appreciate it. But yeah, all this talk about filmmaking and Kickback and KB Productions and Set in Stone, that reminds me that I have something of an announcement to make. We're making another one, guys, and I couldn't be more stoked about it. And hopefully it's gonna be more coherent, more focused, more polished than the last one. That's our goal for anything that we make at this point. Me and my boy S. Waters, who is co-opting the shit out of the screenplay with me. We're on draft 3 or 4, and every pass we take through it just gets more and more exciting. I'm gonna be directing and editing like I did last time, only without giving away too many things. I'm gonna be on the other side of the camera this time around. What exactly my role is, I'm gonna leave that for you to find out when we start getting closer to making the final product. There's definitely gonna be a trailer of some sort, I'm sure, just like the last one. I don't know what else to say besides, I'm pumped. I'm real excited. I never realized I was going to be a circler when I was doing one of these standy things. Full disclosure, I do intend to do a more traditional Lanooski vlog down the line, to the point where I would even swap out Shannon for the laptop and everything, which, I don't know. Maybe this is a time for me to, like, survey or workshop this thing. Are you guys for or against shooting on something like a webcam? Because I totally understand why one might be against it. It's a little off-putting if you have a certain bar of resolution and quality for your YouTube experience, but at the same time, I'm not making Lawrence of Arabia. Hell, I'm not even making Following or fucking the Smosh movie. Bad example. I would like to push the boundaries of what I do with these things at some point, but right now that's just not going to happen. So this is all I can do right now. So with that in mind, I don't know. I'm not totally against me sitting down and talking to a computer. Like, there's plenty of other people who do it. Why not me, right? Or maybe y'all just expect better from me and get disappointed when I half-ass things. Half-assing shit can be funny though, guys. That's something you gotta realize about vlogging. How am I supposed to rub my stubble against the microphone if it's on top of the camera? You ever think about that? How am I supposed to do my obnoxious little inhaling noises if I have to put my Adam's apple directly next to the lens? Like, that's not appealing. I'm starting to wonder if I should even finish this thing. I'm way too pumped up and physically active to be doing this sort of thing with my mouth. Ooh, that would make a great soundbite for the soundboard of Dylan Cuesta. You could write the script to a whole gay porno just by isolating certain parts of things that I've said and just re-cutting them next to each other. I suppose it's worth noting that another reason why I would switch things up to a style that's like this is the fact that I am, in fact, if you were paying attention in my Beta Male's Guide to Pussy or whatever the fuck it was called, I lifted up a binder that had Steve Martin's face on it, and that was not a joke. I am, in fact, taking Steve Martin's masterclass for comedy. Now, I'm a firm believer in keeping that shit to myself, not exploiting it for any kind of content subject matter for my YouTube channel, bar just explaining the fact that I'm doing it. But it is opening up my horizons in terms of the kind of stuff I could be producing for this channel, the way I could carry myself. So if I seem a little kooky even when I'm not being drunk, just know that I'm just trying on some different hats. And this is the result. You had your ball cap, your derby, your fedora, your whatever one that is that everyone calls a fedora but isn't. It's on the tip of my tongue. Tilby? Filzy? Tilby. Tilby? I think it's Tilby. I hope it's Tilby. I don't know, Tilby sounds like it could be a knockoff Pokemon. I don't mean like a new Pokemon that's like in the shape of a boutonniere or something. I mean like a knockoff Pokemon, like on some freeware shit flash game version of Pocket Monsters. Oh, I shouldn't have done 2 shots. That was a mistake. Ooh, I'm just gonna lean on this little portion of the couch that's obscured by the frame. What should Dylan drink next? Leave a comment down below. If it gets enough thumbs up, he'll fucking do it. Just kidding, I don't want to drink my own piss. But anyway, yeah, masterclass. It may have some kind of influence on the nature or style of certain things I do on my channel over the next year, but just know that I'm getting a lot out of it. It's making me feel better about my various creative exploits. And if any of you are remotely interested in creativity or comedy or writing or really any kind of artistic project, I would highly recommend it. And it goes without saying that if any of the other masterclasses are as good as this one, I would also recommend dipping your toes into some of the other ones that they have to offer. I know that I'm definitely thinking about a handful of them. Once I'm done with this one, I'm certainly going to move on to a different subject. I don't know, guys, I feel good. I feel real good about myself right now, despite being a nervous, drunk wreck. Summer's been really productive. I'm earning money, doing things. To be revealed in Lanooski 2016 Chapter 2. Which I do honestly intend to get to. Till then, I'm just filling up my time with smaller projects. Smaller projects. Honestly, part 1 of Lanooski 2016 was relatively small compared to some of the stuff I've been doing. I'm just one of those people who, once he has an idea, he commits to it, to the point where he starts breaking promises like, oh, no more big shit, guys. I can't do that retrospective of what happened to me last year. I'm too busy making a 20 fucking minute long video chronicling the departure of Anthony from Smosh. I really, really have to put my hair up in a ponytail, play the guitar, and talk about rock stars who are dead. I'ma just leave you right there for a minute, amigo. I was not anticipating to be in frame right now. Look, I'm an art rock musician. You're in space right now. Hope I'm in tune. Typically this is where I would end, but I honestly don't know how long I've been going, so I might go on for just a little bit more. As long as you are draped around my shoulders, I just look that much cooler no matter what I'm doing or talking about. Right, guys? Right. See, I knew you'd agree with me. That's why you follow me. That's why you're the best subscribers in the world. I wish I could say that the gradual turning of the pick while I was strumming was intentional. It was not. However, I must reveal that I do sometimes switch which part of the pick I end up using because it gets a different sonic result depending on the angle of the object being used to pick against it. I'm sure there's some kind of physics behind that would explain why that is, but I'm not a meteorologist, so I cannot determine why that might be. Dylan is drunk. Dylan is definitely drunk. Oh, past me would be having a fucking field day with this. But you know what? Past me can also eat a bag of phallic gummy bears. What's a phallic gummy bear? Why, it's probably... it's probably some awkward tie-in of Gummy Bear that was released in conjunction with the SNL spin-off movie The Coneheads. Why else would you have bears that are shaped like a male penis, as opposed to a female penis, which is just a contradictory anomaly of a circumstance that I'm sure would never exist, and if it did, that would make me question the very foundations of my existence, other people's existence, the existence of the universe as a whole. What the fuck even is this vlog anymore? I'm so sorry. I should literally drop everything that I'm remotely interested in right now and just work on eventually becoming the Coliseum packing musician who just tours around the country playing everything like this, just propping it up on his knee and playing chords forever. Alright, sorry Lolita, you gotta get off me so I can come back to planet Earth, you know? Caffeine, booze at the same time. No wonder I'm in my current state. All this without even addressing the fact that I'm not necessarily someone who parties or gets wasted or anything of that sort. I actually have a pretty neurotic relationship with alcohol and its role in society. There I am, taking grandiose stances on things while saying the word society. I am the ultimate poet. Nah, for real though, if you're the kind of person who absolutely needs alcohol to do anything remotely social, I seriously recommend finding a hobby, learning to like other drinks that don't have any of the happy juice in it. Maybe sit down, play a video game, or find a TV show that you really like. Learn to have fun with your senses without the implementation of anything that would intoxicate them. Welcome to the Hypocrite Corner with Lanooski. I am Lanooski, here to tell you what to do with your life while doing the total opposite of whatever it is he's saying. I mean, what am I? An American parent? I don't even know what that meant. God, I wanted so very much to do something different with this vlog, and I guess I got my wish, didn't I? The worst part is I don't know how half of you are gonna react to any of this, because I can't stress any more than I already have. I don't usually do stuff like that. I prefer not to do it on camera, but that's just what ended up happening. I hope you can find it in your hearts to forgive me if this is just turning you off and isn't brightening your day at all. Of course, that in itself is making the assumption that I was brightening anyone's day with any of this bullshit. It doesn't really matter, of course. I wanted to do one of these, and now I've done it. So, was there anything else to talk about? Oh, speaking of guitar, I started a FreeSound project account recently. I will leave a link down below if you happen to be in need of rain noises, outdoor ambience, a ding from glass or porcelain, I honestly don't remember what I did it with, or even microphone feedback that has my very own voice going through it because it was from a microphone test fuck-up that I recorded like 5 months ago on my smartphone. You could do worse than to go check out my page and download G a copy right now. Download G? I guess I'm an old English hick. Probably the most contradictory thing that could ever say anything, but there he is. Created by yours truly. No, but I love the FreeSound project. We actually used it liberally while we were making Kickback because we had to do Foley once we got to the sound editing portion of post. You'd be surprised how much of a bitch it is to find decent audio, and you know what? That site delivered. There were very specific things that we were able to pull from and just lay it under footsteps or impacts or falling or outdoor ambient type of stuff. It all worked, and for that, I want to thank that community by providing some free sounds of my own. Hell, if I really wanted to express my gratitude, I should make a totally separate video that's all about promoting that stuff. Be on the lookout for that. There's a strong chance I'm gonna shoot it as soon as I'm done with this thing. Trying to figure out what to do with the rest of my evening. And it all comes full circle. Ooh, if you want the ultimate seltzer experience, learn to like it just enough as its own beverage, but then use it as a chaser after a rambunctious night of drinking the brewski booze. Who in what self-respecting person would ever call anything like this a brewski boo? Or booski boo? What the hell did I say? Brewski boo implies that it's beer, because it has the word brew in it. God damn, I shouldn't have done 2 shots. You play back the clip of me putting in 2, Barry. You all saw me do it. The only reason I did it is because I didn't like how the first pour of a shot looked, so I just ended up, nah. I should not have done that. I hope this doesn't keep me from getting up for work tomorrow. Even if it does. Oh well. I'm sure they'll understand if I just tell them, yeah, I was making a Funnies last night, and I had some of the adult soda in order to help me do a more coherent, smoother job. Then my boss will be like, Dylan, what does making the Funnies mean? And I'll be like, I suppose this is a solid enough spot for me to just put y'all out of your misery and end the video. I forgot my this.